Bittorrent cost began in 2024 at $118. Today, Bittorrent exchanged at $75, so the cost diminished by 36% from the start of the year. The anticipated Bittorrent cost toward the finish of 2024 is $114 and the year-to-year change 3 GB. The ascent from today to year-end, plus 52 GB. In the principal half of 2025, the Bittorrent cost will move to $0.123. In the final part, the cost would add $0.1 and close the year at $0.124, which is plus 66% to the ongoing cost. GB value expectation 2024 to 2025. Bittorrent cost began in 2024 at $0.118. Today, Bittorrent exchanged at $0.85, so the cost diminished by 28% from the outset of the year. The determined Bittorrent cost toward the finish of 2024 is $0.87 and the year-to-year change 26%. The ascent from today to year-end, GB 2%. In the main portion of 2025, the Bittorrent cost will move to $0.93. In the final part, the cost would add $0.28 and close the year at $0.121, which is plus 42% to the ongoing cost. Bittorrent expectation 2026 to 20 GB. These 5 years would bring an increment. Bittorrent cost would move from $0.121 to $0.148, which is up 22%. Bittorrent will begin 2026 at $0.121. Then, at that point, take off to $0.148 inside the initial half year of the year and finish 2026 at $0.175. That GB plus 105% from today. Bittorrent forecast 2031 to 20 GB 5. In this period, the Bittorrent cost would ascend from $0.148 to $0.2, which is plus 35%. Bittorrent will begin 2031 at AppleSource point $148. Then, at that point, take off to $0.158 inside the primary portion of the year and finish 2031 at $0.158. It is about GB 85% from today. GB 1st 2024. GB value expectation 2024 to 2025. GB cost began in 2024 at $0.118 AppleSource. Today, Bittorrent exchanged at $0.188, so the cost diminished by 25% from the outset of the year. The determined Bittorrent cost toward the finish of 2024 is $0.95 and the year-to-year change 19%. The ascent from today to year-end, GB 8%. In the main portion of 2025, the Bittorrent cost will move to $0.101. In the final part, the cost would add $0.003 and close the year at $0.131, which is plus 49% to the ongoing cost. Bittorrent forecast 2026 to 20 GB. These 5 years would bring an increment. Bittorrent cost would move from $0.131 to $0.159 GB, which is up 21%. Bittorrent will begin 2026 at $0.131, then take off to $0.016 inside the initial half year of the year and finish 2026 at $0.189. That implies GB 115% from today. Bittorrent GB 2031 to 2035. In this period, the Bittorrent cost would jabber from $0.159 to $0.215, which is plus 35%. Bittorrent will begin 2031 at GB $0.159. Then, at that point, take off to $0.169 inside the main portion of the year and finish 2031 at $0.169. It is about GB 93% from today. GB 15 2024. GB value expectation 2024 to 2025. Bittorrent cost began in 2024 at $0.118. Today, Bittorrent exchanged at $0.99, so the cost diminished by 16% from the very outset of the year. The determined Bittorrent cost toward the finish of 2024 is 0.115 gibber, and the year-to-year change 2%. The ascent from today to year-end, plus 16 gibber. In 2024, we hope to see 0.114 jabber per 1 Bittorrent. In the principal half of 2025, the Bittorrent cost will move to 0.0 jabber $123. In the last part, the cost would add $0.028 and close the year at $0.151, which is plus 53% to the ongoing cost. Bittorrent gibber 2026 to 2030. These 5 years would bring an increment. Gibber cost would move from $0.00151 to $0.018, which is up 19%. Bittorrent will begin 2026 at $0.00151, then take off to $0.00171 inside the initial a half year of the year and finish 2026 at $0.00146. That gibber plus 48% from today. Bittorrent gibber 2031 to 2035. In this period, the Bittorrent cost would ascend from $0.018 to $0.026, which is plus 44%. Bittorrent will begin 20 gibber 1 at $0.018, then take off to $0.00191 inside the primary portion of the year, and finish 2031 at $0.002. It is about gibber 104% from today. Gibber first 2024. Gibber value forecast 2024 to 2025. Bittorrent cost began in 2024 at $0.000 gibber $118. Today, Bittorrent exchanged at $0.0 jabbers $116, so the cost diminished by 2% from the very outset of the year. The anticipated Bittorrent cost toward the finish of 2024 is $0.012, and the year-to-year change gibber 2%. The gibber from today to year-end, plus 4%. In 2024, we hope to see $0.0 jabbers $119 per 1 Bittorrent. In the main portion of 2025, the jabber cost will move to $0.00128. In the final part, the cost would add $0.029 and close the year at $0.00157, which is plus 36% to the ongoing cost. Gibber forecast 2026 to 2030. These 5 years would bring an increment. Bittorrent cost would move from $0.00157 to $0.00189, which is up 20 jabber. Bittorrent will begin 2026 at $0.00157 gibber, then, at that point, take off to $0.00178 inside the initial a half year of the year and finish 2026 at $0.00152. That implies plus 31 gibber from today.